ahead and get to your feet here. Marianne's down there at the letter G, so go ahead. If you're wanting a shirt down there where you came in, sections H, I, go ahead and let her know you're wanting that shirt tonight. All right, but we're back green flag racing for your street stocks presented by Advance Auto Parts. That 73 of Morris staying underneath, but watch out for that 3D of Daryl Rhodes. Coming from fourth. Making his way to the front. Back there in that 4th spot is your current points leader, the 87 of Danielson. 3D going ahead and making a good lead out there, but that 73 of Morris driving it back in there through 3 and 4, losing a little bit on his exit. Your top 3 making some space in between the second half of the field. Daryl Rhodes making his way down the back stretch. He's going to be coming to halfway this next time by. Got a good turn lead in front of that second place car. But that 39 of Ellison making some ground up on the 73 of Morris coming through 1 and 2. Losing a little bit there on the exit of 2. Morris can just drive it in a little bit better going into 3 and 4. That time drove it up a little too much, lost some grip. See if Ellison can make his way up to that back bumper of that 73 car, but they coming to 2 to go this time by for Daryl Rhodes in that 3D, as second and third place are making their way through 3 and 4. Your points leader back there coming through 3 and 4 now, the 87 of Danielson. Daryl Rhodes already coming to the white flag as your second and third place coming along the back stretch. A very comfortable lead for your top 3. .3D of Daryl Rhodes, just making it look real easy tonight, making the track car act real smooth as he's going right through the middle there, coming to his checkered flag. So that top 3 rounding out there, the 3D of Daryl Rhodes, followed by the 73 of Lincoln Morris, then the 39 of Chase Ellison, and your points leader currently 87, Robert Danielson, ended up in the 4th spot. I'm going ahead and take this time to have everybody pull out your calendars. Next weekend, Thursday, we welcome the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas as they come on out. As we were saying during our pre-race show, if you were joining us on Race on Texas or here in our stands before the race, we have 2 nights in a practice full of dwarf car racing actions, featuring also our sport compacts and some go-karts. It's going to be a fun-filled night. We'll give you some more information in just a little bit, but go ahead and just tell everybody you're going to be busy next Friday and Saturday. Go ahead and skip that high school football game. Get on out here to CBS. We're going to want you here. It's going to be a great, fun night. I'm hearing over 80 cars. It's going to be a lot of action-packed fun. And our heat race number 2 of the street stocks, presented by Advanced Auto Parts. Getting 1 to go at the line here, but your front row there with the number 56 of Drake Pruitt. On his outside, he's got the 48 of Dwayne Toyne. And that second row inside, he's got the 777 of James Honish. And on his outside, reigning track champion, the number 9, Tommy Garral. And in that 5th spot there, the 00 of Colton Abshire. Lights are out. They'll make their way all the way around. Nathan Lavender and the flag stand there will give them the green light. When he is ready for them to go, they're getting a little bit ahead of themselves there. Let's see what he's doing. We're going to go green flag racing this time by 8-lap heat. The 48 going ahead and jumping out there, followed by the 9 of Gural. That 777 right on their tail, though, as they make their way through the backstretch and down into turn 3 and 4. Still staying through the middle and the low end of the track. That high groove just hasn't come in yet. Those factory stocks here in just a little bit will help us out with that. But staying 1, 2, and 3 there all the way down the front stretch into turn 1 and 2. Only about a car length separates each one of them. And Gural catching that 48 of Toyne as he's going through 3 and 4, sliding up to the high side to see if he can get around the top, but instead gives time for that 777 to get underneath him. Going into turn 1 and 2, that 777 is going to peek right inside the door of that 9. Looks like something broke on that of that 777, so that leaves the 9 of Gural and that 48 of Toyne out front. Plenty of distance in between them and the 3rd place car as they're going to battle it out for 1 and 2. It's halfway this time by as Gural slides up through 1 and 2. See if he can get the run off of 2 here, down into turn 3 and 4. Another one coming off the track there out of turn 3 and 4. Gonna make plenty of room for these leaders coming by. Gural looking to the outside as he makes his way through turn 1 and 2. Right on the back bumper there. Let's see if he can get underneath that 48 of Toyne. Able to close that door, but coming out to turn 4 2 times left of this 3/8 of a mile dirt track. As the 9 of Gural makes his way on the outside, but gets a little hiccup there. Door to door, leaving turn 2. We're going to squeeze in front of that 48 of Toyne. See if Toyne can come over here and return the favor as the white flag comes out. Not quite that time by, but back through turn 1 and 2 where Gural had that hiccup this last time by. Not going to have that mistake this time by, so coming to checkered flag. Through turn 3 and 4. It's going to be your 9 car of Tommy Gural, followed by 48 of Dwayne Toyne in 2nd place. And in 3rd place, that 56 car of Drake Pruitt.
Okay, there that Frisbee was thrown up into the grandstands, and that lucky fan is winning some money courtesy of WD Electrical Services. Thank you. Always good to get free money. Well, he doesn't know how to send an email, but he knows how to send me an instant message. Justin and JC watching from Victoria, cheering on the High Side Body Group and the Pure Stocks. Thank you, Justin and JC, for tuning in from Victoria. Knucklehead. Street Stocks coming at you, 73. Lincoln Morris, he's going to be on the pole. Drake Pruitt, 56, outside row 1. Row 2, Chase Ellison in the 39. Dwayne Toyne in the 48. Row 3 inside, your points leader, 87, Robert Danielson, 3D, Darrell Rhodes. Row 4 inside, Tommy Gurrell. Next to him, X58, Rusty Reed. Row 5 inside, Colton Abshire. Next to him, Jeff Blakewood in the 1. And Russell Vickery being cheered on by Brandy and Johnny Torres, driving back from Iowa. He's in the 05 at the back of the pack. Lights are out, picking up speed. Here we go, off and running. It is the street stock division here at Cotton Bowl Speedway. Lincoln Morris leads the way into 73. Robert Danielson coming into the championship night with a 20-point lead over Dwayne Toyin and Chase Ellison. Ellison and Toyin tied for second at 365 points, so their finishing spot in this main event, as long as everybody passes tech, is going to determine who gets second and who gets third. They got a 50-point lead over Darrell Rhodes way back in fourth. So all but secured for Robert Danielson unless something drastic happens. Racing around right now. Anything can happen on the racetrack in the street stock division. Morris leads the way. Dwayne Toyin in the 48. That black mean machine going around into turn 1 and 2. The 9 of Tommy Gurrell. The 39 of Chase Ellison, several car lengths way back behind Dwayne Toyin, and Toyin and Ellison tied for second, like I said earlier. But Toyin's got the advantage right now as he's just driving away from Ellison, who's stuck back there behind Darrell Rhodes. Toyin goes into turn 1 as Ellison just now coming out of turn 4. Robert Danielson in the all-white 87 may be looking at this like, I'm happy right where I am. I got a 20-point lead. I don't really probably need to win the race. I just need to have a decent finish. That may be his thinking, because he's sitting right there in the middle of the pack, which he hasn't done a lot of this year. May just be playing a numbers game in this street stock division. Lincoln Morris having a great run. He started on the pole. He's not even in the top 10 in points. I can count on probably 2 fingers how many times I've said his name this year. Twice, maybe? I don't know. Not a regular driver here at the track. Yellow, yellow on the backstretch. Lincoln Morris, your race leader, pole sitter out of Caldwell, Texas. Running pretty good out there right now, but this could be that old bugaboo where the yellow flag, when it brings everybody back together. Gonna have to really pay attention because he's got some fast cars behind him, especially Dwayne Toyin out of Austin, Chase Ellison out of Pflugerville. This will bring Ellison, who is really trailing in this race and not in any contention to finish in second in points. It'll bring them back together, but I'm not sure Ellison has anything for Toyin tonight. But Toyin could catch up to your race leader, the 73 of Lincoln Morris. He's got the 9 of Tommy Gurrell in front of him, so he's got 2 cars he's got to get past to get into the lead. The 05 of Russell Vickery is going to get pushed off the track, so Johnny and Brandy can now concentrate on just driving and not cheering on Russell Vickery in the 05. Hey, we're not gone very long here at Cotton Bowl Speedway. We're back for a 2-day show next week. Friday and Saturday, Dwarf Car Series with a couple of support classes. Going to be a lot of fun, so be sure to mark that on your calendar. Be here Friday night and Saturday night. Lights are out, picking up speed. There goes your race leader. He sets the pace. Lincoln Morris, about 3/4 of the way down the back straightaway, right by the Instaprint sign. He took off. Got several cars trailing him. Watch out. Look at the 3D of Darrell Rhodes. He splits right between your second and third place car. Goes by Dwayne Toyin like he's sitting still, now up by Tommy Gurrell. I tell you what, if Darrell Rhodes gets up by Tommy Gurrell, he could give this Lincoln Morris driver a run for his money. Here he goes. Hey, just like I said, there he goes by Tommy Gurrell. I'm not a prophet, but I play one on TV. Now he's really going to give Lincoln Morris a run for his money here in the rest of the main event. My, that 3D of Darrell Rhodes out of DeZetta, Texas. He is a wheel man as he shot past Dwayne Toyin and then Tommy Gurrell. Trying to line up on the inside, gets that nose out of turn 2 up under the Morris car. Couldn't do anything that time, backs off of it in 3 and 4. May try to set him up this time through turn 2. Keep an eye on Rhodes in the 3D. Takes that lower path. Coming out of turn 2, they're door to door. Window to window. Darrell Rhodes waves at him. Bye-bye. I'm your new race leader. Lincoln Morris like, wait, hold on a second. Ain't nothing he can do about it. Lincoln Morris. Little bumping. Okay. Our Race on Texas producer yelling about bumping there, but that's okay. No harm, no foul. 5-yard penalty. Catching up with slower traffic, though. Darrell Rhodes now needs to be careful as that slower car down the back straightaway. 56, Drake Pruitt. Got to stay out of the way. Darrell Rhodes trying to figure out where that car is going to go. Darrell's like, do I go inside? Do I go outside? He chose the proper path down the front straightaway. That's got to be the most nervous feeling, even though we were yelling at the 56 car to stay out of the way. You don't know which way they're going to go. Darrell Rhodes had a 50-50 choice. Uh-oh, we got a low back tire, it looks like, on 73, Lincoln Morris. Up on the high side. Oh, no. Running such a great race tonight. Slides it onto the infield. You hate to see a good driver like that in with a flat tire. He was really running a strong race tonight till Darrell Rhodes got past him. Flat tires will do that. .3D Darrell Rhodes free and clear of Tommy Gurrell with 2 laps to go. Darrell Rhodes, he sees the white flag. He knows one more time he's going to come around. He is going to be your winner for the night, and he'll be thinking about what could have been if he hadn't have missed 2.5 races with that rock through the radiator. There he is, DayZeta, Texas. Darrell Rhodes, Tommy Gurrell finishing up in second, and Dwayne Toyin going to have a solid finish in third. Dwayne Toyin should finish up in second place in points in the 2002 points race season. And Robert Danielson with a nice, solid finish. Kept to himself, stayed out of everybody's way. Had a 20-point lead coming into tonight, and that should lead to a championship for Robert Danielson in the all-white 87. Right now, though, it's victory lap time for the 3D out of DayZeta, Texas, Darrell Rhodes. I got an email in here a couple of moments ago. It says, my name is George. My first time here, I'm out of Kyle, Texas, rooting for CAS Racing. George, thank you, man, for coming over tonight. And thank you for the email. Race location at yahoo.com. Couple of last-minute emails if you want to get them in.
All right, race fans, was this 3D of Darrell Rhodes gets out. Let's give him a round of applause. Action-packed race, and if you got that $50 Frisbee from WD Electrical Services, you need to come thank Darrell Rhodes here. He was the one that presented that to you. So I'm going to have you go ahead and sign this. All right, kiddos, y'all ready? All right, well, Darrell, before this race, you know, we were in the back talking right before your lineups and everything about lineup, and you said, man, I got a lot of work to do tonight. Yes, so, man, tell us what kind of work happened.
Well, you know, I was back there talking to my crew chief, Robbie, and I told him what was going on. He said, man, just play it easy, you know, just run your race, you know. So, you know, we started out that way, and we finally got around some cars, and I saw the leaders. They were straight away ahead. And then going into two down here, the car was just hooked up. So I knew with that kind of speed we'd catch them, and sure enough we did. And then there was the caution, which really helped us out. But, you know, awesome race, awesome track. H did a marvelous job. So really enjoyed it.
Well, I know you got a lot of sponsors on here. I know you mentioned your crew chief. Is there anybody else you want to thank tonight?
All right, so first off, I got to thank my wife, Kim, which is up there waving, and her sidekick, Jamie. And then also I'd like to thank WD Electrical Service, K&H Suspension. We'll go ahead and thank AARE's Race Engines. I said K&H. Wild Child Race Cars. Man, Damon builds a car. So, you know, I just can't thank y'all enough, you know, and thanks to Advanced Auto Parts for putting the street stocks on here. You know, without them, people like that, you know, we wouldn't have a place to race. Thanks to Mary Ann for all she does out here. And I'm ready to celebrate.
All right, well, we're going to head on over to Craig's Victory Lane to celebrate. Daryl's going to take a drink of this water here in just a minute. And once again, we're going to thank Advance Auto Parts, so make sure you go and check them out online. If you're working for Advance, we want to thank you. If you're here with Advance in some way, shape, or form, we thank you for your sponsorship for this amazing series. It's a class that's really coming up.
Yes, sir. I've driven street stocks now, oh, man, many, many years. And I've raced all over Texas, you know, and this is like the premier racetrack of Texas, believe it or not. I mean, it's an awesome place. And, you know, last year we seen a dip in the street stocks. They were kind of low, and Marianne was really wanting to boost them up. And this year, you know, we've got a better car count. And I was talking to Wayne Toyne back there a few minutes ago, you know, that we're hoping that next year, you know, some of these other guys will come out and race with us, you know.
Right, so once again, thank you to Marianne and H. Nauman. So if you see them right after the races, go ahead and tell them thank you for putting this great facility on, and we're going to see you over at Craig's Victory Lane.
If the person that got my $50 wants to be in the Victory Lane photo.
And if you got that $50 Victory Lane photo, Daryl Rhodes wants it back. No, I'm just kidding. Head on over to Craig's Victory Lane. We're going to take a picture with him. So that $50 winner, come on over.